this channel update video. I'm playing a little bit of Project Cars while doing this. We're going to be driving around the Nürburgring. Let's try and get some time progression going. Currently it's nice. Yeah, that's fine. And we're driving around in like an Audi R8, I think it is. As well. So hopefully this shouldn't be too bad. I struggle with the really good cars, the really powerful ones, but hopefully the Audi will just about be okay. And I'll take it pretty easy as well. He says as he nearly flies out in that corner. Okay, so I want to talk about what's going on with the channel really and what's coming up. So for May, looking back first in April, that was as ever it was a good month really. We're up to 1850 subscribers, well over 250,000 views, and yeah, it's cool really. But the one thing I kind of felt about April in a way was that I don't have as much variety on my channel now as I kind of probably used to have, which I mean it's okay, especially if you have something like the behemoth that is Zelda. See, recovered, no problem there. Especially if there's something like the behemoth that is Zelda, you know. But I do kind of appreciate that. I have been kind of mainstreaming Zelda, and if you are a person who either has no interest in it or or maybe you're playing through the game yourself, so you don't want to spoil things for you, or you don't have the game yet, and you are going to get it at some point, so you don't want to spoil it. You're probably thinking oh, well, it's only God, I'm so bad at driving. There's only one video a day, so I understand that. So, whereas at the minute I'm doing Zelda 7 days a week, I'm going to drop that down to 5 days, so that I can put in some other different varied content. I mean, that's still 5 Zeldas a week, and they're all still 45 minutes or so at least an episode. Some of them are a little bit longer, so yeah, you can kind of bear that in mind really on there. So I don't feel like it's if you are a massive fan of Zelda and you go no, don't worry, I think there's some cool stuff coming as well. So what have we got coming up? Well, I actually just kind of out of coincidence and also choice in a way, if that makes sense. We're going to be starting a few new different series coming up. Some of them short, some of them long, and then we'll kind of see where it goes from there really. Because I think at the minute there's not a huge amount of games coming out, possibly until the summer, and certainly not until the kind of fall, or what Americans call the fall or autumn, as we say here in the UK. As it probably is called. Yeah, there's obviously a good few games I want to play then, but there's probably always going to be the odd game peeking up here or there, a bit like an Edith Finch, which I'm going to want to play and put my channel. But really, we've kind of been spoiled so far this year with video games. I feel like now is when there's going to be a little bit of a dry patch, certainly for the type of content that I make. Anyway, yeah, having said that, actually, I've got a story to tell you about Prey, because if you're wondering, oh, is he going to do a playthrough of Prey? Well, no, I'm definitely not going to do a playthrough of Prey, because I did purchase it, downloaded it, played it for 36 minutes according to my Steam account, and then just totally noped out because I'd already had 7 jump scares in it, and I was just like, whoops. I was just like, no, you know what? I'm perfectly fine not playing this game. Don't get me wrong, the game looked really good. It ran very well on my PC. It looked like it was a lot of fun. This story is very intriguing. I love the kind of almost Bioshock-esque, Bioshock system shock is a lot of things people are kind of talking about with it, and I can see that that's a thing, definitely. So yeah, it looked really good, but I was just like, oh, and to be fair, I don't think it's spoiling to say that the reason for the jump scares is because the aliens who you kind of are fighting against, I guess. That simplifies it a lot more than it is, but they can shapeshift into different things, so you never know what what's an alien and what's not. So one moment you're looking at a coffee cup on a table, the next minute it's an alien jumping at you. So you can imagine that's A, terrible for ASMR videos, like utterly terrible, and B, I'm at that point now where I'm like, you know, I don't need these jump scares in my life. I've played enough games with jump scares in them. I still get jump scares in games. Zelda did it to me the other day with a bloody like Octo treasure chest thing. Yeah, I don't need one which with 36 minutes already given me like 7 mini heart attacks. But I hope those of you who are playing it are enjoying it. It looks fantastic. So you know, it's just one of those ones that's not for me. And I mean, I got a refund for it on Steam, which is why I love that refund process on Steam, because it allows you to try games you're a bit unsure about, and then if you don't want it, you can get your money back. Or sometimes, a lot of the time actually, I'm like, yeah, I really like this game, I'm going to play through it. So anyway, that's a little bit off topic for you there. I'm surprised how long we've actually managed to stay on this track for. He says it's probably about to fly off now. But I get a little bit of a slide in there. Oh god, he says, is he? There we go. Project Cars is very much a simulation-y type of game as well, which a lot more so than something like Forza, so you kind of take your life in your own hands if you want to try and like slide around a corner. He says he kind of does it a little bit there. But it's a very fun game anyway, I like it. I'm just free practicing here, so there's no racing or anything. And the Nürburgring, in case you don't know, is like this huge, great big racetrack. It's like 13 miles long or something like that. And it's actually open on some days to the public, so you can just take your car on it, like your regular car, and just race around the track on it. Whoa, see, lost it a little bit there. Anyway, so what have we got coming up on the channel? Well, are any series going to be finishing? No, because all I've really got running at the minute is Zelda, Skyrim, Horizon, Hearthstone, and obviously I've been doing like the vlogs, and I've been doing some stuff on like Google Earth and things like that. Now that surprised me as well, because I kind of did a one-off video on like the new Google Earth and what it's about and stuff like that, and it surprised me how popular it was with people. People were really interested in it. It got like, it's on like nearly 1,000 views, which is kind of a lot for my channel. It's actually a heck of a lot for my channel in such a short space of time. So I obviously did another one, and that was very popular as well. And then I played some GeoGuessr, which was a lot of fun. People seem to enjoy that. So I might like alternate something on Google Earth and GeoGuessr like every other week, basically. I don't want it to get like too stale too quickly, if that makes sense. But we'll see how long that continues, shall we say. And then other stuff is like Euro Truck Simulator, which I'm still going with. I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue with that series. We'll just have to wait and see. Just because I'm getting to the point where it's like I've been to every country. I'm financially pretty stable. Oh my god, this is a long straight. How fast are we going to be going here? Just 160 miles an hour. Okay, no problem. Yikes. Get ready to brake, everybody. Yeah, and as a result, yeah, I don't know. Oh no, I actually did okay there, I think. This is quite a nice car to drive, to be fair. Would not mind one of these in real life. Well, maybe, you know, with all the YouTube money I'm making now, probably would only take me, I don't know, about 10,000 years to save up for one of these. But yeah, so I don't know how much longer Euro Truck Simulator is going to carry on for. I just winging it basically each week, seeing what I enjoy. As long as I enjoy playing it, I think people will still enjoy watching it. So that's a thing. I've still got a few things I want to do in it still, so we'll see. But we'll see. And RimWorld is one which I've actually put on pause at the minute. But I will get back to it because I do enjoy playing it. So I haven't had that up for a few weeks now, I think. I probably didn't mention I was going to put it on pause, but I am putting it on pause just for the moment. But I will get back to it. I'm just trying to think. Hearthstone up and down relationship with that game. There are some weeks when I really love playing it, and other weeks when I just cannot stand it. I think, okay, I think we did that the same turn last time. I think there's a little bump that we hit, and it kind of makes us spin a little bit. But yeah, so I think a lot of people feel like that with Hearthstone, so I understand it. I kind of feel sorry for those big streamers and YouTubers who, I mean, don't get me wrong, they must love the game, but oh my god, the frustrations, that's not just rather abruptly, the frustrations I feel just from playing that game, yeah, on a very semi-regular basis, to how someone plays it, like on an almost professional basis, it must be heartbreaking sometimes. I'm actually doing a lot worse on the second lap than the first, I think. But there you go. Yeah, so, but as I said, I'm kind of committed to doing 2 videos a week on that, and I don't have a problem doing that. I can do lots of different things. Wow, it's doing a lot worse this lap. But yeah, there you go. I think that's pretty much all the active series I've got going. Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm still doing bits and bobs on that really, as and when. So yeah. So what's new that's going to be coming out? Well, you probably would already have seen that Red Dead Redemption is something that I'm going to play through. I love that game, and I haven't played it for years, and the second one's coming out this year, so I really wanted to play through it again, and I think it's kind of a nice game to play through on the channel. You know, I'm doing it soft spoken, so it's not like, you know, I've always said like my channel is a sliding scale of relaxing, you know, gameplay. Like there are going to be ones which are, you know, if say 1 is like your classic ASMR videos and 10 is your kind of like classic like regular video game videos, then you know I want mine to cover the rest of that spectrum, 2 to 9, so that people have a lot more choice basically. And yeah, maybe Red Dead's going to be up there at a 7 or an 8 or something, but it's still hopefully going to be, you know, something people choose to watch, I think. And as I said, I just playing through the game, I've done a couple of episodes on it, and my god, I swear it still holds up to this day, despite it being like 13 years old or something like that. It's just incredible, and I cannot wait for the second one. Okay, apologies, there are some people having a picnic outside, and I don't think they're cheering my driving. Okay, apparently someone's birthday, and now they're singing happy birthday. So I don't know how much of this you guys will actually be able to pick up, but certainly I think you'll be able to pick that cheer up. Okay, well, I'm really happy that they are having such a great time. The things we have to put up with, eh? There you go. Can we do this at full speed? Yeah, we can actually. Okay, that was fine. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, Red Dead. Something I'm going to be playing through. Next up, Unfinished Swan as well. It's going to be coming through. So I really love playing through Edith Finch, and I wanted to play the Unfinished Swan, which is by the same company. The previous game to it. I think it's a really nice game to play as well for the channel so far. It's got a really nice story. It's very unique in what it does, and if you've never heard of it or never seen it, then I recommend you check it out, because it's a lot of fun. It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, I think. You can pick it up pretty cheaply nowadays. It may even have come out on PS Plus at some point. By the way, with PS Plus, one thing I will say is, even if you don't fancy a game that comes out on it, you can always just download. If you click like to download the game and then don't download it, you can still download it at any point. But if you don't do that during the month, it's free. You don't get the game. So you can also do that with like PlayStation Vita games as well. So I don't have a PlayStation Vita, but I always do that with the PlayStation Vita games. Therefore, if I ever decide to get a Vita, which you never know, maybe if I pick one up at like, you know, 50 quid or something at some point second hand, then I'd have a load of games for free on it already, and actually pretty good games too. So that's my pro tip on PS Plus if you do use that. this one. Oh god, didn't manage to commit to that power slide there. There's a little bit of oversteer on this car, I think. I'm more of an understeer kind of guy. No, wait, what? No, the other way around. There's a little bit of... Yeah, no, I'm more of an oversteer kind of guy. Yeah, so what else is coming? Well, I want to put up a strategy type game. You know, something maybe turn-based, something like that. I've got an idea for a few games. There's one coming out kind of mid-May, which I'm thinking of playing, but I'm going to check out reviews and things like that first. Called Endless Space 2. I like the Endless series, they're pretty good generally, but we'll see. Otherwise, I might do another game of Civilization 6 when that comes through, because I like that game, and there's still a lot of things I want to try and do in it. And I kind of said I would definitely get back to doing another playthrough of it this year. Maybe not as long as the last one, but maybe like a shorter game or something. But you know, there's different things I want to do in it rather than just go for a kind of conquest victory or try and nuke people like I did in my last playthrough of it. You know, it's a lot deeper game than just that side of things. I'd like to try and explore that, but we'll see. As I say, we might doing something a little bit different, but we'll see. But definitely want to do that sort of strategy type game. What else have we got coming up? I'm trying to think now, because I know there's some other things as well that I going to be putting up. Oh yeah, so the other thing I wanted to do as well was I wanted to play a Star Wars game. So I think I'm going to play Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. You might be going like, why are you playing the second one? Well, the first one, I recently watched a playthrough of it, and so I kind of feel like I've seen that, I kind of know the story, whereas the second one, I've completely forgotten the flipping story to that. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but because I played both the games, completed them, but it was a long time ago. So yeah, I kind of think I might play one of them. I was toying with the idea of playing through like Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight, that type of thing, but I think those games are just so old now that they just don't hold up, whereas I've actually logged in and played Jedi Knight 2, and it's okay, you know. I never played it on PC the first time I played it on Xbox, the original Xbox actually. I had one of those way back when. Okay, that was a terrible corner. Okay. And and so I wanted to see what it was like on PC, and actually it's okay. You know, sure, it's a bit clunky and all that, but the story's really good, and the characters and everything like that are so cool in it, and it's just awesome that you get to be a Jedi and use a lightsaber and all that type of stuff. So if you don't know about, that's a good crash, if you don't know about Knights of the Old Republic, it's BioWare's kind of like BioWare made Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and it's, imagine something pretty similar. If you, oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's very similar to like Dragon Age 1 in that it's not like an action game. So like Mass Effect is like an action RPG. It's much more of an RPG type thing. Skills and things like that. You level up. You have a party. I mean, you do Mass Effect, but you know what I'm saying. You level up and spec out and stuff like that, and choose. And that was a terrible corner. So yeah, that type of thing, basically, is going on. So bear that in mind, I guess. But I'm going to play that. I think I don't want to put everything out the first week, so that might come like next week, something like that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing through that game again, because I really, really love those games. And like, I picked it up. I didn't actually own it. Weirdly, I owned the first one, and I owned a lot of like Star Wars games on Steam. But I picked picked up for £1.74 in the May the 4th sale. £1.74. And I'm going to enjoy the heck out of that game. Coincidentally, I actually picked up Red Dead Redemption. It cost me £15, so still quite an expensive game. I think I could have got it cheaper, but I actually got the Game of the Year edition. And weirdly, it works on Xbox One as well. I don't have an Xbox One. I'm playing on 360, but apparently it's no different. It would probably just be a lot quieter. That's one thing about the Xbox 360. I completely forgot about. That thing is so loud. It's really loud. Which is why I'm doing the series soft spoken, because it's just otherwise I need to have the sound levels up to a certain point to try and drown out a little bit of the fan noise in the background, but there will be a little bit, unfortunately. They never released it on PC, so kind of stuck there, I guess, which is a crying shame. I wish they had. I genuinely wish they had. All the mods that would have been out for it by now would have been amazing, but never mind. They can't do everything, can they? So yeah, that's pretty much, I think, what's coming out. I think that's 4 or 5 new series coming out, and just add a little bit more variety. Of course, Fallout 4's back as well. That was already gone out, which I'm loving being back in again. I really am, and I've decided to do that as kind of long episodes, so 1.5 hour ish. 1 to 1.5 hour long episodes, just to kind of get you sink your teeth into, and you can come back to whatever. Just because, it's not that I don't want to have that series around for long enough. It's just that I don't still want to be playing Fallout 4 in September, October. So I'd rather get through his DLC and see what I can see in longer form videos rather than doing half-hour episodes or something. Because considering I've already recorded 2 episodes, that would technically be 6 if I was doing half-hour episodes. So in 2 weeks I can put up what I'm doing in 6 weeks, if that makes sense. But yeah. But there we go. So as always, if you have any recommendations, then I'm always open to things, because I try to keep my ear to the ground as much as possible with regard to games. But sometimes things pass me by, especially indie games or things like that. I'm not really that into free to play mobile games or MOBAs or anything like that, so a lot of people do seem to suggest those to me, and I've got no problem with people playing those games, but there's never been something I've that interested in. I prefer single player experiences to anything multiplayer. Hearthstone's probably the exception there, but I don't know. It's not that I'm not a competitive person, it's just that I generally find other people ruin games. I've spoken about this before, I think when I first played World of Warcraft, I have actually played World of Warcraft for 10 minutes because I logged in, and it was when the Mist of Pandaria expansion came out, and it was free, up to level 10 or whatever it was. So I thought, okay, I'll give this a go, and I went in, and there was just 100 people just jumping up and down on the spot, and I was just nah, sorry. Immersion's a word that gets has the mickey taken out of it quite a lot from people who are immersion, it's just a game, but you need some semblance of immersion, and just having people jumping around all the time, spamming chat is kind of ruins things for me, I think so. Also, sportsmanship is something which is clearly severely lacking on the internet as a whole, so I tend to stay away from competitive games as a whole, and just focus on single player experiences, stories, things like that. Tend to be what I prefer. So yeah, so that's whoa. Okay, that's quite the crash, wasn't it? Can I? Jesus Christ. Let's switch view, shall we? See how we do. Oh my God. I cannot drive like this, by the way. Oh, okay, that's a little bit better. Now the bonnet's gone. Just imagine you're just going for a relaxing drive around the Nürburgring. as I completely total the car as we drive around. Actually, this is probably a little bit easier. He says, crashing into the side there. You can actually play Project Cars as well, funnily enough, with Oculus Rift, and I have played it with Oculus, and it is terrifying, as you would imagine. Although very cool to just look around. You can see, you can kind of look side to side in this, but imagine just being able to literally like turn your head, see where your opponent is and stuff like that. It's very cool, very cool. Now I think we're coming up to the end of this lap, so I'm pretty happy to just finish this episode up here. Just to give you an update on the things that's coming out, but other than that, I think everything's pretty much staying the same on the channel, really. Thank you so much for continued support, comments, views, likes, anything like that. I really do appreciate when people take their time to do anything like that, because I'm pretty terrible for it myself. So I do appreciate like the thought process that actually has to go into doing something like that. There we go. And I appreciate it much more when people, like, I always say this, like, one like where somebody has watched a video and clicked a like because they like it is worth more than 100 likes where someone turns around and goes, hey, spam that like button, hit that like button, it really helps, blah blah blah, because, like a genuine like where someone's watched it and thought to themselves, yeah, you know what, I really like this video, I'm actually going to click like because I like it, rather than just like, oh, I want to support this person, so I'm just going to click like whether the video is any good or not.